What is up everyone, VideoBox here, and I'm here to talk about Banlist's 2013 September version. Alright, first thing to note, the list is only effective until December 31st, 2013. Do the math, it's a span of 4 months, and the span of 4 months times 3, that equals a year. So we'll be getting a list every 3 months or every 3 times a year, as opposed to 2 times a year like it was before. So yeah, that's something new. I think the OCG adopted that as well. So yeah, moving on to the actual list itself, I'll go ahead and touch on a few key points. I won't go over many cards here because that would take forever. From what I can see here, the main point of this list was to limit a lot of predictability in terms of certain cards being hit, and it was also to get rid of recursion and toolboxing, you know, as associated with a lot of the popular archetypes. Obviously, dragons got hit the most. I mean, the babies were banned, but they didn't touch the big ones to, you know, so they wouldn't fuck up the sales with the tins coming out. I mean, that's pretty smart, but it still hurts the deck enough because they also hit Super Rejuvenation. Gold Star got hit as well, but I think outside of that deck, I mean, it's still, I guess, functionable, but not really, which is enough for people to be like, oh, hey, I don't want to play this deck no more. So yeah. Let's see, Spellbook of Judgment got hit. So what? They still have a bunch of other broken plays to do. But yeah, as I said before, a lot of toolboxing ability was removed. I mean, Fire Fist Spirit was limited, so Rooster wouldn't get abused as much. I mean, Diva and Dragoons got hit to 1. Mermails kind of got a hit there. Pot of Avarice was banned, and then that Gishki ritual thing, Mind Agate, got hit as well too, to kind of stop recycling cards and stuff. Card Destruction was hit, probably for Dark Worlds or whatever. Heavy Storm banned is something that made a lot of people think, oh hey, I can run stun stuff again. Like it was like what happened back in, I think, 2009 or 2010 when it got hit before. But no, I don't think that's too true. I mean, they hit Solemn Judgment and a bunch of other traps, and in terms of stun, they hit Ryo at 1 as well. Yeah. Hopefully that does enough to kind of get some predictability out of the way. I mean, Bottomless, Compulse, they're common cards to go to. Eternal Tribute at 2 was nice, but I mean, at 1 is where it should be. Dimensional Prison got hit to 2. Not really sure if people really ran Deep Prison, you know? I mean, Mirror Force was at 2, or still is at 2. But, you know, it's at 2 as opposed to it being banned at one point. Zombies got a boost finally after like 4 years. Mizuki and Plague are back at 2. Fun stuff. One thing to really note here, that they banned Elemental Hero Stratos. Some people would say finally, some people will say why. My logic behind it is that because they banned Stratos, that caused Malicious, A Hero Lives, and E Emergency Call to go back to being at 3. That shows you how damn powerful Stratos was. You know, even at 1. That 1 card being banned for a trade-off for 3 cards to go back to 3, that shows you how damn effective a card is. Let's see. And they also gave life to some old archetypes, like Zombies before. Agents got Earth back at 3. Black Whirlwind is at 3, which surprised a lot of people because people were anticipating 2. The Heretic Seal of Convocation back at 3. Heretics are still weak because Ophion still exists. That card completely shuts the deck down. I think it's pretty much most of the key points of this list. I mean, some hits were random. I mean, Gateway of the Six was one of those cards that's like, oh, they finally hit it, but it's one of those better now than never kind of things. But yeah, as opposed to the OCG list, people are complaining, why the hell was it different? Why don't we have Trishula back? Well, you know what? What I have to say about that? Honestly, there's one thing to really consider between the TCG and the OCG. We have different fucking card pools. You know, as long as we have cards that Japan doesn't have, and as long as Japan has cards that we won't get for another like 2 to 3 years, you know, the meta is always going to be different. I mean, if you think about it this way, how come windups were really big in the US but not in Japan? they didn't have Wind Up Shark for a long time, and Wind Up Shark and Magician was retarded as fuck, which pretty much led Zen Mighty to be banned, which is sad, but I mean, oh well. Let's see, other things to point out. I mean, given that the list will come out every 3 months now, or 4 months, kind of causes a shakeup in how this game will be played. It obviously fucks with the secondary market, because it's like a deck can be on top 1 month and then 2 months later a new list hits, causing it to be pretty much ineffective. But yeah, this list was a good mindfuck for a lot of people who thought it would mirror the OCG list. I mean, it surprised me as well. But yeah, I feel bad for all the people who bought Trishulas on eBay for like 40 to 50 bucks. Try again next format. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on the list. If you have anything to contribute, or if you feel like I forgot something, feel free to comment. You know, positive or negative, I don't really fucking care. Just leave your thoughts. You know, feel free to visit our channel, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll try to put up more stuff. And then also feel free to like our Facebook page. I mean, we only have 42 likes, but I mean, yeah, we'll put stuff up, you know, when we can. But yeah, for now, this is Video Box. This is my ban list discussion, and until next time, peace out, guys.